Code MORELIFE at checkout, 10% off. So, are saunas a magic pill for longevity? Will saunas help you live longer? We're going to dig into the data, the hard data that Brian Johnson, tech billionaire, has found out in his studies. And they're pretty shocking, I'm not even going to lie. They're pretty shocking. I've been going for saunas for quite a while and I didn't even realize how good they were. Must be why I'm just so fit and healthy and amazing. So the weird thing about Brian Johnson is, initially he ignored saunas. He was not implementing saunas as a protocol for longevity to try and live longer. The one thing that really caught his eye is the amount of overwhelming data that comes from Finland. If you didn't know, in Finland there's nearly about as many saunas as there is cars in the country. That's crazy. If you really deep that is mental.
What about the sauna, bro?
The more often you do sauna, the better.
Sauna is almost every day.
Regular sauna use reduced all-cause mortality.
90% of people in Finland sauna on a weekly basis. There's around 3 million saunas for 5.5 million population. So nearly one sauna per person in Finland. So one of the wild statistics that Brian shed light on is if you sauna for 4 or more times a week, your reduction in all-cause of mortality drops by 40%. Not 4, not 14, 40%. That in itself, regardless of any of the other statistics, is fucking crazy. To put that into perspective, right? That is a bigger effect than just exercise alone. That's bigger than the Mediterranean diet that everyone says is amazing for you. It's comparable to quitting smoking. Crazy. So at that point, sauna was a non-negotiable for Brian Johnson to dig into and start to build his own data from. So he turned it into a controlled experiment, and this is what he found. So he installed a dry finish sauna into his home, and these are the exact protocols that he followed. The temperature of the sauna was around 175 degrees Fahrenheit to 200 degrees, so in Celsius is around 80 to 93 degrees Celsius, which we all have access to those temperatures in saunas. The one at the gym I go to is between 80 and 89, and he was in there for around 20 minutes at a time. So what was interesting was there was a lot of problems that arose when he initially started doing the sauna, and these are some of the problems that he ran into first. He started waking up at night with really violent muscle cramps. He had to get out of bed to try and straighten his hamstrings up because he was getting such bad cramps. His sleep got worse. His recovery actually did suffer initially. But what they found was crucial. He wasn't dehydrated, he was mineral depleted. They realized each sauna session caused 530 milliliters of sweat loss and around 600 milligrams of sodium lost, which is salt. So rehydrating with water was not enough. He had to start to supplement electrolytes, and he split them up 50% before the sauna, 50% after, and the cramps disappeared. So that is one thing to know. If you're going to start going to the sauna, you need to start supplementing electrolytes, or you will completely start to deplete your mineral storage in your body. Obviously, some people are more salty sweaters, if you know what I mean. Like, some people will sweat and they will deplete more salt from their body, but regardless, if you're starting to sauna, the studies show that you need to supplement electrolytes because of the sheer sweat loss and drop in sodium levels that your body lets out. So Brian done daily saunas for the first week, and in week 1, he saw a central blood pressure decrease of 5 to 6%, reduced strain on the heart and brain, and improved arterial flexibility. So they found that sauna causes heat-induced vasodilation, which is the dilation of blood vessels. So your blood vessels open up and really improves and increases the amount of circulation and blood flow going through them. So your blood vessels will widen, your blood pressure will drop, and blood just starts to flow more freely. It's essentially cardiovascular stress, but without impact. So it's like really good for your cardiovascular system to experience this. And this happened fast. A huge thing that Brian saw was a huge drop in the stored toxins of his body. So saunas were actually starting to detoxify his body. But his team noticed a potential problem in this. Heat plus sweat can mobilize toxin, but also expose you to new ones if you're careless with it. So they tightened the protocol a little bit. They eliminated any synthetic clothing that he was wearing just to reduce the risk of any kind of spread or transfer from the clothing that he was wearing. Cotton and bamboo clothing only, no water on the rocks in the sauna, and a shower straight away after the sauna to wash off all the toxins and sweat that he had just emitted. So this one's crazy. He actually noticed his fertility was being affected in the sauna. So if you don't know by now, there's a thing about icing in the sauna, right? If you're a man, your testes need a little bit of ice to basically prevent any harm done. And when Brian stopped icing, his fertility markers collapsed. A literal 50% reduction across the board. That is terrifying. Most of us will not ice our balls in the sauna, let's be honest. But after this research and data coming out, it's like, right, okay, so you've got two options. Feel embarrassed about bringing a little ice pack into the sauna, or fry your balls. It's like one or the other. Body's testes operates 2 to 4 degrees lower than your body temperature. So they saw that even a small increase can affect sperm production for up to 74 days. So once he resumed icing his fertility markers rebounded and actually started to go beyond baseline. So lesson, if you're a male that goes for saunas, ice your balls, no exception. So Brian already trained daily, so the big question was, do saunas actually add anything to your overall longevity? And the answer was yes. The answer was a big yes. After extended use, resting heart rate dropped. His arteries became 25 to 30% more elastic. He actually started to see that there was new blood vessels growing and being formed to support the demand of the sheer circulation and blood flow that the saunas created. Think about that. Then your body is starting to be more efficient at circulation and blood flow around your body just from sitting in a sauna. So no, the sauna does not replace exercise, but it does amplify it. Your exercise will build capacity, but the sauna will improve delivery. So together they will outperform either alone. So do both, obviously, exercise and sauna. Don't think about this will improve my cardiovascular, so I don't need to do exercise. It's like, I would not choose one or the other. I would just do both. So here's the exact framework Brian walked away with. I'll put it up on the screen so you can screenshot it. But essentially 3 to 5 sessions per week, daily if tolerated, 15 to 20 minutes, 175 to 200 degrees Fahrenheit, dry sauna only, electrolytes before and after, natural fabrics, shower immediately after it, men, cool the boys off, skip sauna if you're pregnant or with unmanaged heart conditions, and if you don't have any access to a sauna, exercise will still deliver overlapping benefits. But the data suggests that stacking both is optimal. Long story short, Brian did not start doing saunas because it was a trendy thing to do. It's because the data was so compelling it was impossible to ignore. And when applied correctly, sauna wasn't just safe, it was one of the most powerful longevity tools he's implemented to date. So his data started to show that over the longer periods, it provided the equivalent to 10 years of vascular de-aging. So his actual vascular age reversed by 10 years just from implementing the sauna. So the question is not should you sauna? Of course you should. It's are you doing it properly or are you just sweating? If you want to follow up on sauna plus cold exposure or how to implement this into your weekly training schedule, give me a message on Instagram, drop a little comment below and I'll break it down for you. I'll see you in the next one.